Hello everyone. Sneaking in a cheeky little video to talk about BlazBlue Entropy Effect, which is a game I had never heard of until Steam recommended it to me. This game is a roguelike. It's a side-scrolling combat roguelike with very good combat. It's kind of its primary selling point. It has characters drawn from the BlazBlue fighting game series, which apparently is like it's got nothing else to do with BlazBlue. It's like some weird IP crossover thing, and they made half the game, and then at some point got the BlazBlue characters in instead. But actually, this works great because BlazBlue's character designs are sweet. Right here, we're seeing the sort of pre-run screen where I've got records. Basically, the progress I made on previous runs gets saved here, and I can combine them into the run I'm doing now. So we're just going to chuck together a little sort of pre-build. I got some bonuses from this character and this other character. And let's run it out. So the character I'm playing is my favorite character from BlazBlue. Her name is Lambda11. She's like a flying robot lady. She hovers around, doesn't have feet. You know the drill. This game is very mobile, quite nippy, I would say. I'm going to turn some of this down a little bit. That's better. This game is quite nippy, very mobile. It has fighting game-esque combos in the way that it plays out, but it's sort of... They're not as technical as actual fighting game combos by a long shot. They're relatively approachable, but it very much feels like you are playing a fighting game in the way that the characters interact with the world and each other. You've got a dash attack. You've got a normal attack, which kind of has a... In Lambda's case, she has this little shot thing that you can interrupt at any point into this sweep. And you can also hold the attack button, which in Lambda's case makes her fire out this big shot. You can kind of see her start to do her little brrr attack, and then she launches this bigger shot. Oh, I was talking and didn't dodge. We've got a dodge button, and you can do a dodge attack. Different characters have dodges with different properties. You know what, maybe I should have thought about this, but Lambda doesn't have that much damage until you've got her upgraded. I'm just going to move my camera actually a little bit. Let me get that up here so you can see the health bar. That's very important, I'm told. Alright, that's better. So my inclusion of a couple of other characters into my build actually gives me more abilities that I've copied from them. Oh, goodness me. That's not how you dodge. So my dash strike also juggles, which is cool. There's air attacks, of course. We've got a little... Some of the characters have a ground slam. Lambda just dashes down to the ground. She doesn't have like a slamming attack, but... And then we also, as well as our basic attacks, we have a... I can't remember what the game actually calls these, but I think they're just called skills. If I press Y, I get a big attack. In Lambda's case, she can do it multiple times. It uses a mana resource, but it recovers quite quickly. Here we've now unlocked tactics. These are like per run upgrades that you get just get over time. And there's two kinds of them. There's tactics, which are minor buffs, and then potentials, which increase your moveset, which is a really fun system that I've not really seen in other games. Typically in roguelikes, right, you get a weapon, and the weapon has like, you know, a light and heavy attack or whatever, and that's it. You know, in Dead Cells, you have two weapons, and each of them has their own attack, and that's it. In this game, you have a ton of different options for how to hit something, and that's kind of what the gameplay revolves around. So it has much more detailed combat than other games, a bit more creative. I should probably actually pick one of these. Whenever a skill lands a hit, it gets lightning. Summon button gives me lightning orbs. Those are cool. Yeah, we'll go with this. So when I hit people with my skills, I get chain lightning, which is pretty good with Lambda because her thing can hit 3 times. Let's go for more training. This game has no pretense of like tying the different sections together into like a world or anything, which I would say is a bit of a loss. I quite like the sense of place and exploration you get from games like Dead Cells. Or even Hades. Hades is kind of mostly like this as well. That's on fire. Ooh. No thanks, mate. Oh, I thought I dodged that. You died. Nothing. The early game with Lambda can be a little rough because she doesn't do a lot of damage until you get more upgrades for her. Plus, I've never played this game while talking before, and it's hard. One thing you've probably noticed already, this game is very pretty. It also has this great line in like abstract UI-based pause rooms, I guess. Like where you'd normally have a room, like a physical room that contained an item or something. In this game, there are these kind of abstract UIs like this. This one is some kind of, you get a random bonus, you can press the button to stop. Great. It's not very good, I just wanted to show it to you. There's one that heals you and removes entropy, which is like a thing that gradually builds up and gives you debuffs. That is like one of the coolest bits of UI that I've seen in a while. Ooh, that's good. Or this one, for every 4 basic attacks that land a hit, it stacks them, and we pull a lot of attacks. So that's actually really good. Oh, we've got a free... No, we don't. We don't care. I'm not paying for another one. More fights. I should heal. You have an Estus Flask type mechanic. Similar to a lot of things. Oh yeah, those red stacks build up real fast. Let's go. That's a good upgrade for this hero. In BlazBlue, Lambda 11's a zoner. As you can probably imagine from all the projectiles. From what I remember, she's one of those characters that kind of like summons a bunch of... You can like put swords behind your opponent, above your opponent, you know. Oh, that's not very helpful. One of the abilities I've copied from one of the characters that I brought in that early stage is like a counter move. Let me see if I do this. When they hit me, instead I don't take damage and I shoot lightning everywhere, which is kind of sick. It has a longish cooldown. Having 2 of these guys kicking around is kind of annoying. Oh, I dashed past it. There we go. Oh, that's a nice little combo. Dash attack into overhead sweep. Hold it to get the long shot, and it juggles them really cleanly. Okay, here we go. Here's a potential upgrade. Again, another sort of abstract space. Right, so we get a dash attack. That seems pretty good. After the first combo of your skill, you can instantly follow up with a basic attack to spawn blades that attack downward. Seems okay. Or we get more... Oh, this one's very good. Well, I've taken this one before. It's very good though. I like the idea of this. Dash attacks are always nice to have. Oh, rest. I mentioned the rest spaces. Let me show you this. So this alone is quite striking. Like this weird, like the text in the background is very like, kind of like Guilty Gear where they have like random text around. Then watch this. How cool is that? It's a bit much almost. Like it's, you know, it's a lot on the eyes. For some reason, it reminds me of the finals, like the yellow. Right, here's a boss fight. I might struggle with this guy. Oh, use the counter there. Get some damage in. No, thank you, mate. See you later. This enemy is much easier to deal with when you have range attacks, I will say. Like, we just do this, and you can't do anything about it. Lambda also has a very good dash. One of the other characters doesn't have a proper... Well, one of the other characters I've unlocked doesn't have a proper dash. He has like a rush. Ooh, God. Got caught there. Please, have some spikes. Ooh. I like how it's like, oh yeah, this character kind of gets hard countered by range attackers, and then I got hit 3 times in a row. He is kind of low. That thing where he roars and the screen shakes, it doesn't actually hurt you, but he makes fire come up from the ground, and that can hurt you. Which can be annoying. Okay, we've reached that kind of like a stun phase, where the boss is vulnerable. And heavy attacks and skills will stun it. And he's dead. Not too bad. I actually really like the bosses in this game. I'm a person who tends to find boss fights irritating. The fights in this game, they can be difficult. They are pretty big difficulty spikes, but they are well designed. And quite... They're very dramatic. Which I like. Right, what does this do? Goes for an impact. This upgrade... Oh no, basic attack into dash. So these ones give us new sequences. Kind of similar to like old character action games like Bayonetta and stuff where you've got like 2 attack buttons where you press them in different order for different combos. There's plenty of things where you press an attack and then dash or attack and then special. That one does sound kind of good. This upgrades our basic attack again. Hold the skill to get a massive volley of portals. That sounds really good actually. AoE attacks are good in this game. It does cost a lot of mana though, and we kind of already have that capability. I'm going to go with this. So basic attack into dash. Oh, that's cool. I presume I can, yeah, delay it. Can I combo that? Oh, that's good. Because she advances a little bit when you do that. So you actually get a good amount of reach on people. Oh, I immediately did it wrong. Hey, that's pretty good actually. The knockback on that's crazy. Oops. We've found Lambda's weakness. Characters that are slightly below her on a slope. That is really fun, actually. Okay, all of that missed. Turns out this attack isn't very good if it doesn't knock the enemy back. It looks like you get the dash attack as well. So you can stack it with your dash attack. That's actually really cool. I haven't played this game very much, in case it wasn't obvious from my amateurish skill. I've played it maybe, I don't know, 10 hours or something. Probably less than that, actually. When dashing, we get a Thunderbolt. That's pretty good. Or a bomb that deals a bit more damage, but takes longer. But it is AoE damage. That's pretty good, actually. Or we just get more healing. I'm going to go with this. Lambda struggles with damage, primarily. Can we take an extensive training? We can take an extensive training. I'm on mostly full HP. This is bold. This is just like a harder fight. I think there are like slightly more specific ones. Like, look at that. They absolutely exploded. Well, that's cool. While just dashing around, I just like picked an enemy up with me while I was going. Only problem with this game is because your moveset evolves quite a lot. Ooh, God. It's really easy to forget what you actually have access to. Like, I keep forgetting to use this. Bombs might kill it. These worms are annoying. It's also... Ooh, hello. I got hit by a projectile I couldn't see. Oops. No, I died. Oh no, I have the one-time resurrect thing that is a common upgrade in roguelikes. Literally can't see where I am or what I'm doing. Whoop. Jumped into some spikes, case in point. Oh, God. More spikes again. Hold on, let me heal. That helps. Right. Where were you? Why are you not dead? There we go. That was a rough one, wasn't it? Do we need to rest? We don't need to. Need to more fights. Man, that dash upgrade is so good. Only downside is it means there's so much going on that I absolutely cannot tell what I am doing. I would say the game is normally more readable than this. I don't normally struggle with that. Like I found Hades much harder to visually parse, for instance. I guess most of the characters don't put as much random glowy green stuff on the screen as Lambda does. I'll just kill it with this. Let's try this black market. We haven't seen this one yet. Every time you clear... Ooh. So these cost max HP, but give you bonuses. I'm gonna go with no. No, that is not going to happen. We will not be clearing fights without injury. I wonder if I just, like, attack the air to set up the good dash attack on the worm things. We got dodged that. Oh, spikes. Legacy skill Ring of Fire. That's exciting. Let's do that. I just want to use my inherited skills that I briefly mentioned earlier. We should rest because that's a lot of entropy. I get a bonus. Those are the legacy skills. I haven't been using them very much. The parry has been a little difficult to put up in some of the situations I've been in. We haven't seen the exchange yet. And the other one drains your HP. And heals you if it deals enough damage. It's like an AoE attack that refunds health. The character it's from, Ragnar the Blood Edge, he can pay health to do stuff. He gets bonuses when he's on low health. But the version you get that is shared is not like... It's a bit less punishing than his version. It's actually easier to use. I don't need this. I'm on full HP already. So I can get one of these. This will just get me a tactic immediately. This gives me another Estus Flask refill. That's pretty worth it, actually. Do I want to risk an extensive? I mean, I just got a health flask refill. Why not? I may have, died in the last one, but that's fine. Game, please. I'll just wait for that to explode. Kill the other one. Oh, it didn't die. There we go. Oh, you can do that in the air, huh? Oh, that didn't kill any of them. There we go. Oh, these things are tanky, huh? Oh well, I think the problem is more that Lambda doesn't do any damage, but you know, it's fine. Like now that we're doing this like dash attack thing, we actually have a bunch of burst damage. Oh, got hit by something there. Okay, we've reached the point where I can't see again. This could be a concern. I'm going to use this. That was the HP restoring attack. Oh, I got hit by something again. Cool, they died. I'll take it. I'll pop a flask, actually. Yo. Oops. So my main combo at this point is just attack, dash, attack, which gives me the start of the little sword throwing thing she does, followed by the slam forward and big sword. That, which I can immediately chain into her normal dash attack, which is already quite good. Let's just do this to clear the chaff out. Oh, that's a lot of rockets. Oh my god, there's spikes everywhere. Damn, I saw that projectile, but slightly too late. There we go. You can push enemies into obstacles and off ledges and stuff, and Lambda actually gets a bonus for pushing enemies off the side. She gets some of her mana back, which is essentially her cooldown for her skill. Which is the thing that makes the big swords come up from the floor. This thing. Oh god. There's a spacing where I can throw out a ooh, hello. Replaces my lightning chain. I don't want that. Ram deals damage more times. Yes, please. Give me that bonus damage. We must have a boss fight coming up soon. Oh, here it is. So this is like a big sand mantis thingy. It's quite a cool fight. I feel like the sprite isn't quite as... There are some really cool looking sprites in this game. This one is not that cool. Oh, I didn't press my thing in time. The parry is very good against bosses. There we go. Oh no, it expired before the attack landed. It's absolutely feeding damage. Oops. Oh no, I dodged it, we're fine. I'm just doing my repeated attack, dash, attack combo again. Because this is the most damage I have. Alright. I'm just going to take this. Ooh, nope. That was lucky. It's not... Oh, God. It's not obvious, but there's like a wind that sort of mildly shoves you around in this section. Oops. There's, oh my god, I'm dying. Oh. There we go, I finally parried it. Oh, it's on cooldown. I'm a fool. No! I'm a fool again! One does not simply do boss fights on camera and expect to succeed. Oh, God. That came out of nowhere. Alright, come on. Ooh. We're getting there. Ooh. Was that a range? Ah, here we go. Oh no! Oh, there we go. The dash attack stuns it. That's what I should do when they're in vulnerable mode. Alright, that was very close. Triple dash, that sounds pretty good. Up and skill opens a small space portal which seeks enemies. Oh, this is the one that she passes on. I'm going to take this actually. This is very useful. If I remember correctly, yeah, this. So that black hole just like continuously shoots swords at people. It's pretty good. Very useful ability. All right. This bit might be more of a damage check again. Although if we're gonna just knock enemies into the pit, that works too. Oop. Use my new ability at work there. Oop. There's more. Did it? Yeah, let's go to the shop. I can go to the shop, buy some HP. Reduces entropy by 70%. Absolutely, I'll take that. I've never had enough money in any of these things to get the +1 potential. But, one day. Ooh. Oh. Tried to parry, but I was out of range. These things that I'm fighting now, it's a really annoying enemy. Maybe I should just use the heavy attack. Let's do a portal. Go away. I can kind of juggle them against the corner, actually. That worked. Let's do a normal fight. This area is scary and difficult. Ooh. Oh, speaking of which. Nice surprise for me there. Oops. Get parried. Oops. There we go. Oops. Sorry, I'm not talking very much. I'm focusing very hard at the moment. There we go. Alright. How long have I been in this video for? Ah, not that long. You can instantly defeat enemies with less than 20 HP with Rend on. Let's go. I think with where I'm at, I'm going to take this extensive training. Because if I die, then that'll... You know, I wanted the run to last about half an hour for the sake of the video. So that'll be quite clean. Ow. Sometimes you take risky plays for the benefit of the pacing of the camera, you know? Oh my god, there's 4 of them. Goodness me. Alright, here we go. Why don't I simply parry everything at once? This is fine. Oh god, there's more stuff! Oh, when they said extensive training, they weren't kidding, huh? I think I dodged that. They're doing alright, to be fair. Took a bit of damage, but we need some rest. That entropy is very high. Also, now we get to watch this UI again. I really... Even like the things in the background, that where it says... Can I exit this? No, I can't. I'll have to show it next time. We haven't looked at events yet. Some of the text on the back, it says things like, only one direction, : right. And stuff like that. It's like, it's completely... It's whatever the opposite of diegetic is. Like, it's very abstract, not in the world at all. But you've still got your character standing in front of it like it's a big screen. It's weird. HP minus 50%, max HP 10%. I have no heal flasks. No, thank you. You know what? No, I'm good. Oh, I walked out of the thing before I could show you the text that I was just talking about. Let's do another event and then I can show you properly. Removes all negative corruption effects and resets entropy to 0. Is that bad? Do we not want that? Shrug. Yeah, you can see in the background, right? It says one way right to this little scrolling thing. It's like with the text shifting back and forth as well. I don't know. It reminds me of something, but I can't really think what. Like a shop sign from a cyberpunk movie or something. It's like it's very dramatic, and I really enjoy that. And then you're back into this, like, you know, obviously stylized, but you know, very lustrously drawn world. It's quite the contrast. It reminds me a little bit of, this is maybe a passe comparison at this point in time, but like, it reminds me a little bit of the contrast between in Destiny, the like, you know, mystical space wizard Halo level design and visuals. I'm just going to juggle these all the way to the end of the stage, don't mind me. And the like plain text, you know, web interface style UI. How did that attack not hit me? Whoa, it has a shockwave? Okay, good. Didn't actually know that before. Thunderburn sounds fun. Sure. That was an orange glow. We're at the boss fight again. Here we go! Alright, which fight is this? Oh, this is the tentacle thing. Alright, this will probably end the run. I haven't beaten this boss before. I got really close once, like, you know, a smidge. Ugh. For those of you who play Dead Cells, this is just conjunctivious, kind of. Oh, I should use this. You can hit the tentacles, similar to conjunctivious, but, like, it's tricky to do so. You can hit this. Actually, good damage in there. I must have a better air attack than what I'm doing. Oh, I can do my dash attack in the air. Oh god, I'll just parry it. Okay, we've actually gotten a lot of damage in already. It's going well so far, he says, getting immediately hit. This portal is great because you can hit it during the... Oh, oh god. Cool. I just used my parry, so I'll just wait this one. I could. Oh no, it's just go off. I've got the parry again now. Oops. He says using it by mistake. I'm just trying to dash at it so I can hit the eye rather than trying to hit the tentacles because they're hard. Oh, there's lasers, dudes. Ah! Okay. This'll deal with them. Man, this portal is god tier. Wait, can I have more than one portal? No. Oh, I parried too late. I didn't get hit though, so it's fine. Uh-oh. Oh no. Bad timing. Oh, it's stunned. Oh. Trying to kill it before it unstuns. Hey, we did it! Sick! This is the furthest I've made it in this game. Someone's a giant blade. The first combo of your skill you can follow up the basic attack we saw this one earlier. I want to try this. So this we hold Y to go brrr. Sakura City. Ooh, this is pretty. Proceed with caution. Noted. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, hi, dog thing. How do we deal with the dog things? The same way we deal with everything else. Dash, attack, dash, attack, dash, attack, dash, attack. Goodbye. Is that thing invulnerable? I guess after it fires, it becomes vulnerable? No idea. Maybe I can go past it? Can hit that one. Oh, I have to go back and clear it, huh? Where are you? Weird. Oh, more bad guys. Oh, God. Caught me mid-jump before I dashed. Oh, that's a nice extension to the juggle, actually. So we've got this, and then we can press Y to juggle further. I'm not going to take an extensive training here. Although, again, maybe I should, you know, don't want this video to go on forever and all that. Let's make a portal. You know, the samurai enemies look scary, which suggests I should simply not try to engage with them. I do find that to be a problem with a lot of combat roguelikes, actually, and I think this one is no exception. The combat is very good, but it is mostly good in that you get to build your own combos, which is very satisfying. It feels very creative. But I would say that generally speaking, like, enemies attacking you is something to be avoided rather than embraced. Like, you have good tools, like the parry from Hakumen is good. That's the legacy skill, the parries that I've been using. The dodge, like most characters well, 2 of the 3 characters that I played have a very good dodge. Hakumen actually kind of doesn't. But he's quite tanky. After using a skill, we get more damage. Yeah, that's good. We want that. That seems very good. Do I need to rest? No. Oh, maybe I should have. Whatever, it's fine. Oh, that's sick. That's a great ability. Oh, oh my goodness. I feel like this game's solution to... So, you'll probably have noticed, right? I've kind of been doing the same thing for a while now. I've got my little combo and I'm just kind of mashing it away and it's effective enough that I'm not dying. Which, you know, that's great. We like that. Yes. I will say that... Go on. I will say that I think, you know, this game does a good job of having... Because the actual moves you have access to vary between each run, but in a way that you have some agency over. It makes the individual runs feel a bit more varied. And because of the way the rating thing works, where you can equip moves from characters based on... So when you equip the legacy characters, you get more from them based on how well you did, essentially. Oh, that's cool. I haven't seen that before. So if I can knock them into the... Oh, it's ended. Baddies? There's one. I lost my train of thought. Hitting stuff. That's scary. Ow. Good lord, that hurt. This might be where my run ends. Ooh. Oops. Wrong skill. Yeah, because of the legacy skills, that's what I was talking about. Because of the way they work, you're encouraged to keep switching characters as your overall power level goes up, right? Because I got a bit further with this character. That means I can get more out of using them as a legacy character than I previously could. So instead of playing them again, I'll try another character. And that keeps it varied from run to run. Oops. Oh, we got through it. I'm surprised. Do you want to do more extensive training? Look, I need this video to end at some point. Survive 45 seconds. Alright, you got it. Survive 45 seconds while 1 HP from death. It's going right so far, to be fair. The fact that Lambda gets so much value out of her dash is... Oh, there we go. They got me. The fact that Lambda gets so much value out of her dash is great, because her dash is fantastic. As you can probably see, she like disappears. 705. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. So now we get to keep one of these that becomes embedded into that Evo type, which is the thing that you embed. So I get to keep multi-rend for my next run with another character that I can staple on, basically. As is often the case, there's a little, between run overworld thing where you're playing as a little robot who is going through simulations, I think, which are the individual runs. I don't really know what the flavor is meant to be. It's nothing really to do with BlazBlue. We can talk to this little robot to get our upgrades, which I'll just show you through briefly. They're kind of the usual things, right? You get, so I'm currently I have access to phase 2 or phase 3. I've completed phase 1. These are all things like, you get a bit more health, You get when you die, you get revived, like we saw that in this run. You heal after bosses, get more health flasks, and so on. But there are some spicy ones as well, like this, which gives you, I think combo is just more hits. I'm not actually 100% sure. There's distinct combo and kill streak. But this gives you a bit more damage for playing well, I guess, in some way. What can I afford from here? For every 10 kill streak, you get more damage. That's pretty good. After defeating an enemy, you get more damage. That seems incredibly good. Loads of HP. Starting tactics. This one might be more fun. Yeah, I'm going to take this, actually. I'll just knock this off. I may as well. I don't think this does very much, but it's there. And there's like other characters you can talk to that might give you meta progression. There is some very lovely UI again. In order to start a run, you walk into this thing, which is very fun. It like sort of accelerates you off to the right. It's cool. So yeah, that's well, there's a lot more to it. Let me just show you the character list. Because, you know, I mentioned that the movesets get more varied because you don't just have like an attack. You have a large number of attacks. Well, there's also a large number of very different characters, which again are drawn from the BlazBlue fighting game series. I've only, forgive the announcer, and some of the character design. This guy's like a tank. He has that parry move. He's a very big. It has this auto playing video that if you hover somebody for like a few seconds without doing anything, it tells you what the character does, which is cool. But I really wish it wouldn't do this like automatically. Yeah, Hackerman's cool. He's sort of slower, high damage character. I picked him first. Go away. We've got there's quite a variety of playstyles and characters that seem to be recommended. Apparently this one's broken, according to the Steam reviews. Noelle has like guns and sort of shoots at areas around her. Ragnar, as I mentioned, he spends his health to buff himself and do more powerful attacks. Who else do I recommend? They're soon to add Kokonoe, who's one of my favorite characters from the game. Not Kokonoe, what's her name? Taokaka, who's like a cat creature that leaps around, and was very fun to play in BlazBlue, sort of pinballing around, at least at the amateur level. There's at least one character from the series that is a boss as well, Arakune, who's like this shape-shifting, gribbly monster. He's actually in there as a boss fight. A very difficult boss fight. He flattened me. It was gross. But yeah, there's like, 10 or 12 different characters, each of which have quite radically different playstyles and movesets. And then you can combine other characters' movesets into them to complement them. And, buff up. It increases your power level. You get more passives that sort of subtly improve you. I imagine once you have a lot of different characters, you can build some quite interesting combinations even before you get into the run. And then during the run, the tactics are mostly just sort of a sprinkle of flavor, and the potentials give you the ability to build combos in kind of an expressive way. You don't have access to the entire moveset, but you can pick the ones you want to build around. Like in that run, we had that really good attack into dash attack combo. And it's nice how the game organically leads you to that stuff. Like, it's quite approachable. I mean, I'm not good at it. I'm not good at fighting games either. And, it feels a bit button mashy sometimes when you're playing it, but you can still get, reasonably far. And when you get to the boss fights, there's a bit more, because there's one enemy and it has, the attack telegraphs are very clear, very well done. For the most part, you kind of get, the game slows down and you get a bit more like, you're not just filling the screen with pyrotechnics, you're like actually waiting to try and position around the boss and play in and out of its rhythm and stuff, like, good boss fights. If I was going to compare this to other roguelikes, the thing it most reminds me of is Oblivion Override, which has a similar, if less polished visual style, and very similar overworld structure and things like that. As well as just being a game where you run around and hit stuff with a sword in a 2D platformer-esque structure. But I think it's fair to say that Entropy Effect does stand on its own in the sense that, A, its visuals are probably the swankiest I've seen of this style that at least that I can think of off the top of my head. And the inclusion of like these characters with deep, complex movesets is, I think, quite new in the roguelike genre, where most of the time it's about the build and like learning the enemy patterns or putting combos together with the thing, the items you find in the run, weapons you find in the run. Whereas here, you're unlocking parts of a character during the run, but the character itself has a very deep toolset that's much more open-ended than it is in most. And to be honest, in a lot of games, like, outside of the Devil May Cry type games, a lot of games where you hit stuff with a sword do not have combat as open-ended as this. RPGs, for instance, don't tend to be, even things like Souls-likes, right? You have your weapon, which does its one thing, one or two things, and then you have like, it's about learning the enemies. So it does have quite a unique feel. I wanted to do a video on it because like this game's just really cool, and I appreciate that someone has made it, especially with BlazBlue characters of all things, which is actually, I think that's kind of sweet because the characters in that game are very interesting and memorable. There's a couple that I hope they add. One is I forget his name, but he's like a kind of suave-looking sort of jazz musician type with a fedora and a suit who like fires like grappling hook portals around. Azama, I think his name is. And the other one is a woman called Lychee who has like a big magic wand pole thing that like flies around and she can stand on it and throw it at people and use it to extend her attacks, and, like pinball it around the screen and stuff. Just very bizarre, inventive characters. Also Tega, give us Tega. He's the grappler. Give us Zangief. Right. I'm gonna wrap this up. I like this game. It's worth picking up to have a bash. I think like if you are very fatigued of roguelikes, as I kind of am at this point, it's still worth a look because it's actually, playing 10 hours of this, and even if you don't go any further with it, is, I think that's a worthwhile spend of your. I think I got it for like 13 quid or something in Steam sale. And if you find you want to go further with it, because you can pick a character, you pick the first character to unlock based on what you think you will enjoy playing. So you can kind of tailor the experience a little bit, even when you've not unlocked anything else, which is really nice. That's rare in roguelikes. Normally you're kind of like grinding through the basics before you can get to the fun part. In this game, you get to the fun part quickly, and then if you don't play that much more, I'm not unhappy with it. So that's good. I don't think it does any, as you saw, structurally, the level design is not anything new. In fact, it is quite rote, I would say. There are particular rooms that are a bit more handcrafted that you see a lot of the time, especially the extensive training ones. There's like a particular pool of those you might learn to recognize. But, it's, again, standard roguelike fare. There's some basic platforms and you stand on them. It looks really nice, and that does matter. But, if you're... The thing that sets it apart from like roguelike soup is just the expressivity and flexibility of the combat, which is enough to make it novel and worthwhile. So it's a recommend from me. Have a good evening, everybody. See you soon.